Welcome back. This is Richard, and I want to welcome you back to the Innovation Best Practices episodes, where every episode is designed to help you sell more and make more from your innovation program. These are proven and practical innovation best practices designed to work for any business with any innovation need. I want to especially welcome back listeners around the world from 72 countries. We're going to be talking today about some major innovations that appeared in a Time magazine issue on the best inventions of 2015. Plus, I'll add some of my thoughts to that. Okay, here's an overview of this episode. I always like these sorts of issues in magazines and stuff because innovative ideas are always fascinating. They demonstrate imagination and creativity. Having said that, if you listen to these podcasts, we know that about 75% of all innovative ideas fail, usually within 18 to 24 months, but certainly within 5 years. And I've selected from the Time magazine issue 5 of the most interesting and possibly best innovations of 2015, at least according to Time magazine. And I've added my commentary about what I see as their chances for success. So let's get into them. The first one is, and if you're listening to this on a podcast, you may want to consider listening to this episode on the VideoCast, and you just go to YouTube and in the search bar put Richard Innovation Best Practices. Search results will come up. We'll be 5th or 6th on that list or whatever it is, and just click on it. The reason I say that is that in this particular episode there are a fair number of visuals, and those visuals appear in the VideoCast, but your call. So the first of these is a pan that teaches you to cook. Now, where was this when I needed to learn to cook? Fortunately, I have a great wife who is an absolutely great cook, so it keeps me out of the kitchen, appropriately so. So this is a pan that can teach you to cook, and it's very simple. It's a technology pan, if you will. It's a frying pan sort of thing. Select a recipe from the smartphone app. Yes, smartphone apps and frying pans go together. The pan uses Bluetooth, a heat sensor, and real-time instructions on your screen. There are sensors in the pan that measure heat. For example, it tells you when to flip a steak to make it medium rare. Developed by researchers at MIT. It's a rather interesting idea. Well, it's priced at $199, which may make it the most expensive frying pan ever by a wide margin. Although I'm not an expert in frying pan pricing, I must admit. It could be interesting to higher income, younger, and inexperienced cooks, but if so, that's a very small market. Net, in my opinion, unless this is acquired by a major appliance maker and major cost optimization occurs, its chances for success seem very low, at least in my opinion. And this is from Pantelligent at pantelligent.com. The next one is a very popular one, and that many of you have probably heard about it, these hoverboard scooters. It's somewhat like a hybrid between a skateboard and a Segway is probably the way I'd look at it. Both feet are on the board. You shift your body weight to go backwards, forwards, and adjust speed. It's probably one of the year's most viral products, with everybody from Justin Bieber to Jimmy Fallon jumping on board. And they're priced somewhere between $350 to $1,700. MonoRover.com is one of the manufacturers, but there's many people in this market. So, what are my thoughts on this? Well, it seems good as a toy, but it has dramatically less functionality than a skateboard, and plus it's many times the price of a skateboard. As a toy, it's a bit risky. Balance, I think it would also require use of a helmet. At least if I were on it. Net, in my opinion, while it's a viral fad, it may be just a fad, which by definition is short-lived. Changing gears in a dramatic way, we have the superior stethoscope. And this brings sensors and iCloud technology to probably what is the single most used medical device. With this, heartbeat data goes to the cloud and can be downloaded to a smartphone. Yes, stethoscope to the cloud to your smartphone. Will the smartphone be able to do everything for us in the future? Interesting question. A companion app analyzes and compares to previous recordings and helps doctors detect murmurs and other heart abnormalities that they might not otherwise remember or be able to connect. And it's more accurate than just the ears listening to it. Well, this was developed by some recent UC Berkeley graduates. It's $199 for the adapter, and it's approved by the FDA. It appears to me that it would be more successful as part of a portfolio of technology-based devices and cloud data storage and app analysis. So maybe with some other technology products they could be sold as a line. But the stethoscope is so popular, it may be able to be one of those freestanding ones. As the most used medical device, if it can collect and analyze heart data more accurately and usefully, then it may have a longer-term existence. It's intriguing. Next one, I want to talk about bionic ears. Interesting. What will they think about for earbuds next? These are earbuds with a processor that syncs with a smartphone app. Yes, another smartphone app. So users can choose what frequencies they want to filter out. Examples: you can filter out a crying baby on a plane or train screeches in a subway. It's better than hearing aids, which can only increase or decrease volume and not filter frequencies. This is, if you want to learn more, you can go to HearPlus, HerePlus.me. Interesting website. Well, here's some thoughts. Well, it sounds like it has some interesting but limited uses. It's priced at $249. Yep, earbuds. For a broader everyday use, the filtering of certain frequencies might actually pose a risk by filtering out some necessary and even critical sounds. In my opinion, the price and limited usage makes this an idea that has a small market that probably is not sufficient to maintain the product for the long term. In other words, in my opinion, I think it has pretty high chances for failure. Okay, the next one, the shoe you tie with one hand. I didn't know it was a problem to tie a shoe with two hands, but apparently. This is from Nike, and you can learn more at Nike.com. To tie the shoe, you yank on a strap, which zips around the ankle as you pull. This tightens the laces area, and then you stick the strap on the side of the shoe using Velcro. It's made by Nike with its Fly Ease 8 new line of athletic footwear. Yep. Well, here's some thoughts. If the Reebok pump was, generally speaking, a failure, it's difficult for me to see how this succeeds. Given that some people don't tie their shoes, or tie their shoes once and slip into and out of them every time, it's not clear how big and a difficult a problem Nike is trying to solve with this. In my opinion, it again is a fad and a gimmick that's not likely to be around in the near future. Okay, here's some concluding thoughts on these interesting, supposedly hot and best new products. I'm always intrigued by the list of best and most innovative new products, so that's what drew me to this. And Time Magazine's a pretty good general market sort of perspective. Sometimes the products that make it onto the list are the most outrageous and products you would never expect to see. You don't expect to see them because you don't have a need for them. Of the 5 in this episode, the Stethoscope or versions of it may have the greatest chances for success if it becomes integrated with a broader technology, cloud, and analyst and app system. So, if you want to learn more innovation best practices, lots of resources, just go to the i2ge.com website. That's the letter I, number 2, ge.com. On the menu bar, click on the DIY Innovation Training. You'll see a whole bunch of training programs there. If you don't see one that fits your business, just send me an email and we'll be glad to tailor one for you. Here's what we're trying to do with this. I'm trying to make you innovation self-sufficient so that you can do things yourself as opposed to hiring expensive consultants like me to do it for you. I've also published 6 books. One of them is Proven Practical Innovation That Delivers Results. It's available only on Amazon as a paperback and Kindle book. It's priced below my break-even cost, so it's a pretty darn good value. If you have suggestions, comments, or requests, I love hearing from listeners. Just send me an email to richard@i2ge.com. In the next episode, we're going to embark on another one of our how-to series. These are pretty darn good and getting a very good response. This is how to use the science of persuasion to create winners out of your innovative ideas using Merwin technology. So please make sure that you tune in for this. As all of you know, I'm deeply appreciative of you taking time out of your busy life to spend it with me on these podcasts and VideoCast. I'm also looking forward to reconnecting with you soon, and until then, please have a great day.